There she is, my girl. I love you. Hello, Mia. Hey, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Just gonna hang out with you guys for a while. It's gonna be kind of a relatively short, only gonna be about 30 minutes long, and we're gonna be cutting it early. Did something interesting today. Tonight, only subscribers can chat. So people that aren't subscribers can only watch. I saw that option. I thought, huh, it's kind of interesting. Nemesis, so good to see you. Thank you for being here. So I'm gonna I'll probably do a little tincture. I'm gonna go eat some more jerky. Trying to figure out a good jerky to use for something me and Floyd are gonna produce. Andy Paul from Great Britain, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Awfully late there. Thanks for joining us tonight. Um, Dennis Brace, good to see you. Bizzle 636, good to see you. Thanks for being here. How very cool. Blake Anderson and Blake Richardson, the Blakes. Blakes are always here, man. Raleigh Marvel, good to see you. How's it going? All is well. Johnny and the rest of the bus. Blake, thank you for asking. I think I'm doing good. I love these. I listen, they're fun. It's a fun thing to do to hang out. Tim D, good to see you. K App, good to see you. All right, so I've been kind of munching on some different jerkies lately. Not really for heat, but to try to find, I don't want to do the same old thing everybody always does with beef, I think you know what? I really like the wild boar. I really do. Wild boar tastes really good. And when you're eating it, you're helping with the wild boar problem. You guys know how big the wild boar problem is? Seriously, do you guys know? On the bus, good to see you. I tried dragon's breath pepper. I ate 5 of them, 4 of them today. 4 of them. Shocking, I know, because it can kill a person. But yeah, I had 4 today. I've eaten an awful lot of. This is wild boar. I've eaten an awful lot of dragon's breath. Isaiah, good to see you. Alyssa Johnson, good to see you. Blake, it's a problem. They destroy a lot of land. Not only do they destroy land, they taste so good. If you're gonna have a pest, isn't that the one you want? Not yet. I haven't tried the hell tart yet, Dennis, but I will. Hi, Macy, by the way, if you're there. Sharon Chandler, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Charles, good to see you. Bizzle 636. I got mom to eat one of those ghost pepper watermelon hard candies, and she spit it out and said, even that was hot. I didn't taste any heat. You're broken. They're hot, dude. Can't believe you gave her mom one of those. If I gave my mom one of those, she'd be so mad at me. Seriously. I'll next time I'm with my mom, I'll make sure I have a pack of them. But she'll say it's really hot. Your mom's a rock star. So I really, yeah, the hogs, man, they're so bad, and it's really, it's spread everywhere. It's in Texas, Alabama, they're everywhere. You used to have that. They used to be in season, meaning that if you're going to hunt them, there's a certain season where you can shoot them. Now there's no season. You can kill them. I'm telling you, man, bacon, jerky. So I think we might do wild boar. I'm not sure. Chill pill. What's up, Johnny? I'm the chili head formerly known as Mr. Awesome. You sure are. See the picture. You're into changing that name. I really can't change mine. It's too, people know it and they, kind of married to it, so to speak. Great video today. Thank you, Real Deal. That was a fun challenge today. That was a good one. I enjoyed that. Good morning, Vietnam, says Keith Lago. Good to see you, dude. I had my court appearance today. It went well, says Dennis Brace. And it's behind you. It's in the rearview mirror. I'm relieved for you, dude. For real. So I think they should. There's no reason that we should all be eating massive amounts of bacon, and it should be free. We have a hog problem. You know, rats don't taste good. No one wants to eat a rat. We all want to eat hog, though. Raleigh Marvel, gonna be a hot one tomorrow. It's 80 on the East Coast. Let's see what it says about tomorrow. Andrew Tucker, good to see you, dude. The weather here tomorrow in Fort Mill is going to be 78 degrees. That's warm. We hit a record 86 in Minnesota. Holy mackerel. Boy, I saw something weird in the news today. Oh, it's just disappointing to read. Mick Mars is suing the bandmates in Motley Crue. And it's weird from what I know. And I'm only bringing it up because I'm in the middle of doing the Motley Crue sauce set. It's a problem. I feel bad. But from what I've read, here's the deal. From what I've read, he's not touring anymore. So they didn't oust him out of the band. You know what I mean? If they use recorded cuts of his, he should be able to get paid for those. If they recorded stuff and songs that he wrote, he should get paid if they play them. But music has changed. A million years ago, you tour. It's just reversed. You sold albums, and then you tour. Now no one makes any money selling albums. You sell albums to build for the tour. That's where they make their money. So if you're not a guitarist anymore in the band and they're going out on tour, you can't expect full pay. They're still giving them pay. They're giving them some money. They're giving them, from what I understand, they're giving them 7.5% of the tour. He's not even on it. Imagine having it, not going to work, quitting your job, not going to work, and getting 7.5% of the volume of the company, even though you're not going to work anymore. It's just a bummer that it happened. I can't believe that they're fighting like that to drag. Opus 32, good to see you. My car thermometer said 90 in Minnesota. Crazy. I took a picture of my car thermometer at 89 with the snow still on the ground in front of me. I believe it. It's crazy. I'm sure they're going back and forth, Keith. Anytime somebody sues somebody, they immediately sue for the other. From what I've read, seriously, they paid him a lot of money. He had a lot of advances for the band to the tune of millions that he hasn't paid back. And when he had to stop touring for health reasons and everything else, I feel bad for the guy. But it's not like they fired him. He stopped touring. You can't. I don't know. Maybe it's me. You can't you can't quit touring and then expect to get the same pay when there's another guitarist in there that's going to want. So they got to pay the extra guy who's not even on tour. Nah, got a problem with that. It's kind of crazy to me. Hi, Sharon. Look like I'm losing a little something quite shortly. Oh, bummer, girl. Got to find a great hot sauce for hospital food. Man, they're weird about bringing stuff like that in hospitals. I'm sorry, girl. I'm praying for you. Here's my one and praying for you, Sharon. Noah, good to see you. Hey, Johnny, what's up, man? It's crazy how fast your tolerance builds. It's crazy how much better stuff tastes. Fact, if you want to build your tolerance, you want to taste more, build your tolerance. It helps. My night's going good. I'm not a loser. Thanks for being here, man. They've been trying to get rid of him for years, according to him. Yeah, according to him. He's made so much money with the band. I don't know. There's two sides to every coin. Paying him 7.5% of the tour money for not being there when he quit. I don't know. We'll have to get the full information. It's definitely a bummer. Charles McClellan, good to see you. I'm trying to make sure I said hi to everybody. Christopher Mitchell, good to see you, dude. Touring took a toll on him for real, Chill Pill. But if you look at pictures of him in 1980, he looked like the Crypt Keeper in 1980. For real, man. He was a frightening looking dude. There's something, honestly, it's amazing. To me, it's astonishing the guy's still upright. I'm shocked by that. I'm just being honest. We're still praying for you, Sharon. It's still a bummer. A lot of people praying. Blake Anderson, random question. I better read it first. I can chat here randomly on the lifeboat. My comments don't post. Anybody have this issue? I did something interesting today that I've never done. This is just subscriber chat. So if somebody's watching this and they're not a subscriber, they can watch, but they can't chat. I'm not sure what the issue is. I'll ask them. Delicious dry naga brain today, says Dizzy Dragon. Dry pods are good if you put them in food, you know. Story time with Uncle Bill. Good to see you. Hey, Johnny in the bus. Hope everybody's having a good day. We are. Always half full, Keith. Half full of sauce. LOL. Sharon's got the best attitude always. One of those cantaloupe tasting pods. I love that, says Dizzy Dragon. So right after I did the challenge today, I sat down. I had this kind of endorphin rush going. I started playing, and I'm playing in D, not drop D, just D, regular D tuning. So it's down. Every string is down a step. I wrote this really cool riff out of nowhere. It just kind of fell together. It sounds really great. I came this close to playing it tonight, but since I only figured it out, kind of wrote it today. You know what I do? I don't know if there's anybody else that's a guitarist. You ever tinker around and get a riff and thinking that was too easy? Somebody must have played this before. I don't know. Benjamin Hughes, good to see you, dude. Thanks for being here. Do I have any links of any growers that have fresh pods? It's not quite that time yet, Noah James, but we're pretty close, dude. We're not far off. Johnny, you have to be logged in on YouTube account to post in chat. I don't know. Good. I have no idea. I just turned the thing on. On the bus, my pepper plants are growing. Nice, Johnny. Can't wait to send you some big enough to eat and go. Hey, I'm excited. I can't wait for pod season to come. Can't come fast enough. Joseph L., good to see you. When did you realize you had a high tolerance for capsaicin? It wasn't so much a high tolerance for capsaicin. It was kind of I like what it did to me. It wasn't so much that I had a high tolerance. I just like what it did to me, so I always ate more of it, and that's what built my tolerance. But I did it for what it does to me, the pain of it. So I always realized I liked that, and that kind of drove me to put hotter and hotter stuff so I could always achieve that. So it wasn't so much that I've always had a high tolerance, just I've always chased that feeling. Keith Lego, what did you eat with the mighty mustache sauce? I put it on a burger, believe it or not. 2 of them. That's so funny you asked. I almost said something about it. I had 2 burgers, and I purposely got nothing on it, just burgers. I put it on that. That's a great sauce. It's very, very hot. Thank you for asking, Keith. That's funny. I was wondering if somebody was going to. Loopswell, good to see you. Show some love and hit that like button, says Storytime with Uncle Bill. Thank you for doing that, dude. Jacob Deathridge, we're one day closer. One day closer. It's getting close. Coming in from the greenhouse, and the babies are looking great. Awesome to hear, Jacob. Opus 32, once you learn to notice the pleasure your body produces from the heat, it makes food addictive. Something to that. I agree, Opus. The endorphins, it's like you try something hot and then embrace the heat, start slow and keep ramping it up. That endorphin rush, I had a good one today. That was a nice one today. Cramped a little bit, but it is what it is. It wasn't that bad considering. I thought it was going to hurt a lot more considering my tolerance isn't that hot. But it's the rush I like, chill pill. It's a good feeling, you know? There's no 2 ways about it. Alyssa Johnson, I got to go by. Sorry. Thank you for being here, Alyssa Johnson. Flamin' Jackson, love you too, dude. Thanks for being here, man. I love each and every one of y'all. He does too, man. That's Flamin' Jackson, man. Thanks for being here, man. Chili Mike, Eskimo Stoltz. What's up, y'all? Good to see you, dude. And once you burn yourself really bad and it gets really, really hot and you live, the next time it happens, you're less likely to hit panic mode. You're like, hey, I've been here before. You know what to expect. What do you think of the gourmet jigsaw? Do you like it, or do you rather have the other pod? Rather have the other pod. It's a good pepper. It's hot. I'm glad you're here, Flavor Jackson. Real deal. Your bus pass today showed never give up. He never did. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. It's a good story about him. Walter John Burgess III. G'day, mate. Good to see you from down under. Thanks for being here. A bunch of Aussies in the chat. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Joseph L. Has anyone died or gotten seriously hurt from capsaicin? If I think if you have an allergy, it would be bad. It could kill you. If you choked, if one got lodged in your throat, it could kill you. It could make you hurt, make you wish you were dead, but I don't think anyone's died from it. They're healthy. They're good for you. Only from inhaling it so far. Maybe somebody inhaled it. We are family. We are indeed, Flamin' Jackson. Yeah, you know what's really funny? You guys have been my therapy for years now. It's interesting. I know if I'm in a bad mood or something's not going well, I turn the camera on and start talking to you guys. It gets better quick. Aside from my studies where they got injected. Thanks, Dizzy. All right, so I had some wild boar. The other one I really liked, believe it or not, was the elk. Elk's really good. It's kind of unusual. It's more tender than beef. Or this stuff is. Down to the very end of this. This is the orange tincture. Might be good. Actually, very good on jerky. Chill Pill, my brother, told me I should eat peppers when I do a video. I told him burn is different. Boy, it's way different than sauce. ADD relapse. What are you eating? That's still a bit of tincture, but I'm trying different kinds of meat. We're doing some research deciding what jerky we want to come up with. On the bus is doing some lemon tincture with me. Thank you. Richie J. Ventures, good to see you, dude. Thanks for being here. Mr. Ray Ray. It's my birthday tomorrow. No way, cool. Posted 3 hot challenges I did last year that no one really watched. Death Nut 2, Diablo Pacifier, Pocky 1 Ship. All legit challenges. Hey, how about an early happy birthday for Uncle Bill? Happy birthday, dude. Good for you, man. I hope you have an awesome day. I hope it's really, really fun. Noah James, one thing that you said in the video that stuck with me is that you said no matter how hot it is, it definitely won't kill you. Man, well, here's the thing. Certainly a pod won't kill you. I mean, if you have an allergy, tincture may, it's just, you would stop eating stuff before it got so bad that you could kill yourself with it. That's just my thoughts. But Ethan Walters just came off that amazing boat and came over to a super cool bus. Love you all. Thank you, Ethan Walters. Boat's pretty special. Lee, good to see you. Thanks for being here, man. That's what I don't like about the hobby. Is how much you got to explain myths like gastritis, burning taste buds, seeds are hot. The Reaper is the hottest pepper. I know, I get it. Dispelling the myths is part of the gig. It's part of our job as Chiliads, being an ambassador of the game, is setting people straight. It's difficult for me where I'll be at an event and the guy will walk up to the table and say, well, I used to eat stuff like that, but it burned a hole in my stomach, so I can't anymore. I'm like, no, it didn't. Normally I'll let it slide, but at an event like that, I'm like, no, it didn't. It's capsaicin is scientifically proven to lower stomach acids. You had a stomach problem already, and you ate something hot, and it told you had an ulcer, and you thought it was the spices. It wasn't. But yeah, dispelling the rumors, man. That's how it works. It's crazy. There's a lot of that. On the bus, congratulations on 4 years of sobriety, Johnny. Thank you very much. 4 years and 2 days. Surround the world. What do you think it would feel like to sit in a bath full of cap extracts? Crazy enough, I've had that conversation before with people on several different times. I think it would, if you jumped into a vat of like capsaicin extract, like plutonium up to here, I don't know. That would be horrific. It'd be a terrible way to go. The burning. I can't even think about it. Mike Bamberg, a coworker of mine grew some phenomenal Trinidad scorpions last season. That's awesome, Mike. I love those. It's a great pepper. Carl Martin, sending love, UK, England. Thank you for being here, dude. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in. You should try to see if the lemon 7 cross with Reaper and see if it's still the crazy effects. That would be interesting, Dizzy. Peppers cured my stomach issues, says Charles. I used to have stomach issues. I don't know if they cured them, but I don't have any stomach issues anymore. At all. Ever. They need a capsaicin bath bomb. You know what? Think about those. We don't need to be blowing buildings up. In like World War II, we would drop pamphlets and say, hey, you'd read a pamphlet. You'd walk on the street, a pamphlet would fall in front of you. Pick it up and say, we're going to bomb you into the Stone Ages tomorrow at noon. Get out. Grab your crap and get out. You'd run home and look at this. You get your stuff and you leave. And we bomb the crap out of that, and then we go in and take it. That's what happened in World War II. They could just say, listen, 16 million. We got into an aerosol plus a powder. We're going to coat your town. Unless you're a freak and you like stuff really, really hot, get out now. You don't need to bomb their buildings. You'd walk in and be empty. There'd be a few lunatics there. They'd get on the bus. We keep going. But you don't need to be bombing. Why do you think they use it for stun? Like when they have like a bad guy, they shoot him with paint. They have balls with pepper balls. Why do you think they do that? Because they know it incapacitates somebody immediately. So it's very, very underused as a weapon. I really believe that. Bro, you're a prophet over here. Too funny. Thank you, Carl. AKA Heather Joy. You're a rock star, Heather Joy. No joke. Wish we had your weather in the UK. Boy, you know what? Right? 98-mile-an-hour winds is nothing. I'll tell you what. All the time I was there a bunch. A couple of different visits, one a long one. And I think the last time I was there, we saw the sun. We saw the sky like twice. I think I saw the sun once. Other than that, it was just absolute gray and raining the entire time. But I loved it. I love rain, so it was a good thing for me. I have a question. Why don't we live in villages anymore? It just dawned on me recently. We don't have any kind of blew my mind. You know what? It's a good question, Opus. I'm telling you what, cities are getting to the point where they're impossible to live in. Market Street, San Francisco. This big company. I can't remember the name of the company. Somebody may help me. Who's in the news? Closed up their shop, and Market Street is like Main Street, and they said it was too dangerous, too violent. They can't do a business there. It's getting to the point now where it's ridiculous. Would you want to live in New York City or Chicago? You know what I mean? I think villages. We should go back to that. I grew up in a small town. 500 people. Carl Martin, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that, man. More than you know. 40 people watching, 10 likes. Make sure you hit that like button. More than I see 26 likes. That's because they all listen to you and hit the like button. Anyone here served in the military? I have not. Anybody who has, thank you for your service. Angela Murphy, do you get dehydrated when eating peppers? No, I don't. Because I don't drink when I'm eating them. I usually drink plenty after. So it doesn't happen to me. Walmart is closing in a lot of stores. Listen, we're in a tough spot right now. Interesting time of life. Dennis Brace for sure. Opus 28th was me. Thanks for the reminder. Story time. Thank you for doing that. Mike Bamberg, stay spicy, my friend. Early morning for work. Thanks for being here, dude. I appreciate you stopping in. Very informative live stream, Heather Joy. It's nice when you have somebody with facts with it from experience, you know what I mean? It's powerful. Mr. Ray Ray, I want to send you an Arizona package. We're still figuring out the shipping. Email me, Mr. Ray Ray. Peppers build alkaloids. The most efficient of those are a family called capsaicinoids. Capsaicinoids move a sensor called your TPVR1 or TPRV1, excuse me, that usually activates by heat, gets the cell open. Thank you, Dizzy. I agree with that, Flamin' Jackson. We need to pray for everyone. There's not enough of that. It's kind of amazing they haven't canceled me for being a believer. They do that, you know. We're getting to that age, but I'm what I am. Johnny, do you sweat at all when you do your challenges? Very rarely. You know what's really funny? On the shoot we did I was with Mighty Mustache. We were in Louisiana for this Cajun boil. And I don't know what episode it is of the show, but it's in one of the episodes. And it was a combination of, we were 100 yards from the water. We were literally like 2 miles away from where they filmed Gator Swamp People or Gator Hunters, one of them. But I was eating some really, really hot stuff, and I hadn't sweat like that in so long. And it was weird enough that a bunch of people said, dude, you're sweating. It was odd. It doesn't usually happen to me. Charles was in the Air Force. Thank you for your service, dude. In the last 4 days, I finished off 3 bottles of hot sauce. I finished one. I finished one in the last 2 days. One of the Motley Crue sauces. Vern, good to see you. Vern Bolstad, looking at the pepper coming up. The pepper coming up season. Do you have a plan for a pepper explosion? It's really funny. I'm working on getting a product out that's going to assist people in raising their tolerances. But here's the thing: pod season is coming, and the best way to do it is just to eat, whatever you got available. Try to seek something hotter and eat more of it. If you can't get anything hotter, just eat more of what you're used to, and that, believe it or not, will raise your tolerance. Not as much as it will as if you get something that's hotter to push it higher. But excuse me. Minnesota has been really bad about people stealing from big box stores, so the stores are closing in the big cities that need them the most. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a bizarre time we live in, Dennis Brace. I start sweating on pretty mild stuff, even though I can go decently hot. Opus 32. You know what? I know people that get the hiccups that I've competed with get hiccups on the very first pepper, and they're there at the very end. So it doesn't necessarily mean anything. Sweating, hiccuping, it's not an indication of what your tolerance is. So it shouldn't bother you. Johnny, how long has it been since you've been in panic mode? No, I'll tell you what. I pretty much was there at the time recently. This last season, I tried to eat 30 chocolate primatalis. I think I got 15 of them down or 13 of them down or something. But I was legit almost in panic mode then. That was really bad. Mr. Ray, if China invades Taiwan, soon we'll have World War III with 12 months, so there's nothing to worry about but time. You know what? This is an exciting time to be alive. I don't stress about it. Nobody really wants a world war. They'll jockey and fight and argue, but people are unfortunately going to die, but I don't think they'll be lobbing bombs. Dizzy Dragon gets stuffy nose when eating something really warm. Hiccups 20% of the time. My nose will get stuffed up sometimes. That happens. I drank my Elijah Reaper with bourbon. That was tasty. Interesting, Shelfel. Thank you for your service. My father was in Vietnam. Thank you, Dennis Brace. I'm not sure who you were thanking, but thank you all for your service. Carl Martin, I hope I get your strength. I'm not sure how strong I am, but thank you. I tried habanero peppers from my grocery store, but they didn't have any heat. Could be your tolerances are up, but it's the winter season, so they're going to be a little less hot on the bus. Fun time. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm out of the loop. What's your next best tasting product available for the normal human? Our cheese balls. All the cheese balls we have, even the Reaper ones, are normal people can eat them. They won't be able to eat a ton of them. Those are amazing. It was 18 primatalis, I think, the count's dead. Thank you, Keith. That was brutal. God isn't around no matter what time you live. In fact, but this is an exciting one. Bryson Johnson, good to see you, man. Eating my indoor grown peppers and smoking my indoor grown ganja. Well, there you have it, Bryson. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for joining us, man. Our country is being destroyed from within. There's a lot of fact to that. China's doing the biggest number on our country. TikTok is a cesspool. Anybody doubt that? Go on TikTok, start a TikTok account. Say that you're a 13-year-old girl. All right? Put all the information, but say that you're a 13-year-old girl and sit back and watch what TikTok thinks a 13-year-old girl should look at. With one button, they can sway the vote. You understand that? How scary it is? It's not so much. Here's what everybody's talking about with China. And here's the problem. We're going to end after this, but the problem with China is very little to do with their getting your information. I mean, Zuckerberg has all your information already. They know what you're going to buy. They know how to advertise to you. They know what you're going to buy next month before you even think about it. So it has nothing to do with stealing our information. What it has to do with is control. Do you have any idea? The minds of the average kid, first of all, the attention span has been dumbed down to that. And they can sway. They decide what's popular, just like that. They put it in front of kids. And they can sway the vote. And they can decide literally which way the vote's going to go. Recently, the government put this bill, they called it the TikTok bill. Here's the funny thing. There's nothing in the bill about TikTok. What they're going to do is ban people from ever using VPNs again. That's what that bill is going to do. It's going to give them more control. Our government is. Here's what my thoughts are. I never get political, ever. But here's what my thoughts are about our government. I think, and this is just my working observation, my working opinion. This is based on what I've watched. I think our government, this is going to be a demonetized video for what I'm about to say. But I think our government is compromised by China. I think that they have enough dirt on Hunter Biden and his dad that they're getting their marching orders. The White House is getting their marching orders from China. And the reason I say that, you got to think, number one, they put a TikTok bill, they have no intention of stopping TikTok. They aren't even talking about it. It's a China company. All they're going to do is stop VPN and having everybody else the ability to use VPN. The other reason I think that our government is compromised, Biden is, look, anybody who's running for office and tells you that, well, I shouldn't be talking like this, but it is what it is. Anybody that runs for office and tells you that the number one problem fighting against our country, killing youth, is guns, is a liar. It's a lie. And when you have an entire party saying the same thing, they're getting their marching orders of what they're allowed to say and what they're not allowed to say. Guns are not the biggest problem in our country. Fentanyl kills 400 people a day. 400 a day. If a 747 dropped out of the sky every day, how long would that happen before they fix the problem? We've got 400 people dying a day, all right, from fentanyl. And every month, every time they're testing it, it's getting stronger and stronger. And that was a drug called nilazine, or NITS they call it. And this is 60 times stronger than fent. And it's impervious. Narcan doesn't work with it. They're trying to kill Americans. That's all the fent that comes into our country is coming from China, shipped to Mexico, and brought across the border. Now, our president sat down with Xi, the leader of China, for 6 hours, and the word fentanyl didn't come out of his mouth, not once. somebody looking at this as a citizen that pays taxes and that the flag behind me, I'm looking. That doesn't make sense. The only thing I can deduce is that he's been compromised. They've got stuff on the Biden family. Do some research; it'll terrify you. That's about as political as I'll ever get. I'm thinking about deleting this video after it's over. It is what it is. I'm voting for Vivek Ramaswamy in the next election, you guys, just so you guys all know. Because his number one thing that he's trying to do is stop fentanyl in the country. Thank you, my mods. I love you. Thanks for doing a great job. I love you all for being here. It is what it is. That's the truth, people. I love you all. Have a good night. Oops. Have a good night.